What we are going to show you now, list of tables from the site of Professor Robert Haralick, torahcode.us, and this is very interesting tables connected with Gog Magog. Now, what is Gog Magog? A lot of opinions, but which is brought by the Vilna Gaon, the Gematria of Gog Magog, numerical value of Gog Magog is 70. 12, Gog Magog, 58, 70. This is Gematria and Gog Magog. And those are nations against Israel. Why 70? Because this is the basis, lot of explanation. There are more nations, definitely, but the basis is 70. So, let us see those tables, which really based on nations which are against Israel. So let us see now, step by step, long lecture, but very, very important. So, this is really the first one. And about this one says, Robert Haralick, what he writes is that our first table puts together the keyword at the end of days. In Hebrew means V'achit hayamim, at the end of days. And also Gog and Magog. You can see Gog and Magog. With the expected number of ELS. ELS, as mentioned many times, is equal letter sequence. And from letter to letter, the same skip of letters. So the probability that a text from the ELS random placement text population would have a small and area table as that produced by the Torah text is 14 to 10,000, which is really 1.4 to thousands. So these are the statistics of this table, in which you can see B'achrit hayamim, in the end of days, we will have Gog and Magog. Gimal is sharing the letter, Gog and Magog, showing the connection. And it is very interesting, by the way, that this verses deals about Goyim about nations, really speaks about really the creation of the world, nations, different nations. By the way, you can see clear where it is, It is 5, is the 5th book of the Torah, which is Deuteronomy. And here you have the chapter 31, 32. Interesting, these are the verses. Very interesting. Also the locations, definitely in this place is a lot, but this is what's very interesting. We have the end of days, V'achit hayamim, Magog, Gog and Magog, coming here, and 14 to 10,000 is 142,000. This was a table which you will find by Professor Haralick, and this from his site, really, torahcode.us. Then, second table which he brings there is the following. The time of Gog and Magog will be the time of the Messiah. We therefore, because they will come against the Messiah, when the Messiah came to help Israel, we therefore use Gog, Magog, and the Messiah as keyword, with the expected number of ELS set to 100. Basically, that a text from probability, that a text from the ELS, equal letter text and random, placement, text, population, word, produces a small and area table as that produced by the Torah text is 3.5 to 1,000. So now this is explanation, tell you exactly this. Also a table which was found by Professor Haralick. A step further, this is a table also found by Professor Haralick. So he says it is interesting to explore who might be these nations led by Gog against Israel. It is clear that the nearby nations that are most hostile to Israel are Iran, Syria, and Philistia. Iran and Syria are sponsoring surrogates of Hamas and Hezbollah, and the surrogates suppose terror tactics by the belief in jihad. Egypt, in a different way, is working with Hamas. Therefore, we use keywords Magog, Syria, Egypt, Philistia, Iran, and jihad with accepted number ELS set to 75. The probability that a text from the ELS, equal letter second, random place and text population would have a small and area table as that produced by the Torah text in 2.5 to 1,000, because there are some choices for the whether the Hebrew we use for Syria and Iran is a modern spelling or the biblical spelling. We have 4 choices. If you run the combined experiment which tests the null hypothesis against the alternative, it's that one of the 4 possibilities encoded the result P level is 6 to 1,000. So this one, what you see here, you see Magog, Jihad, Iran, Syria, Philistia, Egypt, and it comes to 2.5 to 1,000. Also a table which was found by Robert Professor Haralick. Then there is an interesting table which I found, and about this he says there is another interesting table basically involves the same core group of countries with some additions. However, the table, instead of being organized around Magog, is organized around group of Gog. Other key words are the Jihad, Arab, Ishmael, Iran, Egypt, Philistia, and the biblical name rather than the modern name for Syria. So I see a group of Gog, very interesting at that Gog, who are those Jihad, the Arabs, Ishmael, Iran, Egypt, Palestinians, Syria. So this is a table that I found. You can see the verse definitely here. All of them one can see. And here is that Gog, the group of Gog. You have Iran, and you have the Jihad, Egypt, Palestinians, Syria, the Arabs. Then there is an interesting table with close meeting of Magog and Amalek. We know it goes together. Magog and Amalek both are enemies against Israel and Arab, with expected number of ELS set to 10. The probability the text from the ELS random placement text population would have very high, as you can see just now. A smaller area table is produced by the Torah text is 8 to under 1,000. It's unbelievable. So you have your Magog and Amalek and Arabs. Those are really the main powers against Israel. So this is what I found. The war of Gog and Magog comes about because the children of Israel stray from the path of the Torah. And to the degree that the children of Israel stray, it will correspond to the severity of the war of Gog and Magog as it affects Israel. But the war of Gog and Magog is another function, for in the same way that God hardened one heart, Pharaoh, and had him chase after the children of Israel with all his chariots, both those above and below, only for them to be destroyed by waters of the Red Sea. So will it be with Gog and Magog. God will harden the heart of the prince the prophecy calls Gog, and have him lead an army against Israel, but such a military campaign will fail. Listen to Isaiah, so he brings the prophecy. So here we have, interesting, there is supporting parallel table to this one, which has ELS for son of Jesse in place of an ELS for son of David. as the biblical name Persia for the modern name Iran, and omits the key word Egypt with the expected number of years set to 75. The probability that the text from the ELS random placement text population would produce a small and area table as produced by the Torah text in 2.5 2000. So this we can see here, not Iran, here, Persia, which is this is what is used in the Bible, the Torah, and you have son of Jesse, Messiah, because all this Gog Magog, as we saw, will be a Cain, son of Jesse, son of David. So as I said, very interesting tables based on the idea that really Gog Magog are nations, the enemies of Israel, which we see today very, very clear. So interesting and significant table, and as I said, very, very important one to understand the time that we are living in, not at all simple one. And the solution, as the Rambam says, to avoid all these difficulties, these difficult times, is to repent, to return to God, to keep the Torah.